Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great interview from the Wealth Building CPA. I'm your host, Yasmin Razak, and it's my pleasure today to chat to our client of the month, Brittney Calloway. Hi, Brittney.
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm good. Thanks so much for doing this. I know you're very busy and you're on the road, so and you're calling on yourself, so hopefully we'll increase the volume so everybody can hear you. So just a little bit about Brittney. She is the founder and owner of Top Notch for Property Solutions, INC, and Top Notch Consulting, LLC, which are two premier real estate companies located in Washington, D.C. And Brittney's going to tell us a little bit about give us a little bit about her bio before we go into the interview. And before we get into that, for those of you who are perhaps not as familiar with the Wealth Building CPA, here's a little bit about Ebere and her services so that she can, help you get on the track to building wealth as well. Now, Ebere is a CPA. She is also an active real estate investor, and she's the founder of the Wealth Building CPA. She owns real estate investments in 5 states across the Eastern Coast, and her company has helped over 5,000 people prepare their taxes online and offline. She loves to help clients, friends, and associates become free of financial stress. Now, I'm sure that you all want to become free of financial stress. She's very familiar with money-saving strategies, and she loves to combine her 25 to 30 years of experience as a tax strategist, real estate investor, and business owner. So she wants to help make you more profitable. So please book a free consultation with her on the number on the screen. Okay, back to you, Brittney. So tell us a little bit about exactly what your companies do and how you make build your wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys so much for having me. Of course, Ebere knows I'm such a huge fan of her. She has dramatically helped my business to increase production-wise, in addition to just saving on a whole bunch of taxes, which we'll talk about too, I'm sure, later. So just a little bit about me, how I got started. So I originally was a teacher in Southeast D.C. I taught special education and was working with a lot of families who were going through housing issues, foreclosures, evictions, and that really propelled me to want to dive in a little bit more into the real estate space. And so from there, I actually bought into a real estate course, investing course, and started to work on helping families and just being an advocate. And then later decided that it might be best for me to actually go ahead and develop the properties myself. And for the past 5 years, I've owned the single-family fix and flip business. In addition to now, I've branched out a little bit more. I also have my broker's license now for D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and on top of that now looking to acquire larger assets. So the goal for the end of this year is to own 1,000 doors between my partner and I, so looking to build and buy more multifamily assets. So that is kind of the bigger space that I'm in addition to doing larger development. Currently working on 110 units to also develop as well in Orlando, Florida. So doing bigger development, and bigger business.
Okay.
It's been very exciting. Yeah.
Wow. You went straight into it, so that's great. You seem to have really accelerated, which is wonderful to hear, and also that you give back to your community, which is important too. Could you tell us a little bit, because some of it may seem a little bit overwhelming for people who've never invested in real estate and are thinking about it? And it's great hearing success stories like yours, but tell us a little bit about your first deal and what were some of the challenges that you had to face and, how you overcame them.
Yeah, so some of the challenges definitely that Ebere helped me out with too was just actually even budgeting and structuring my entity. So I did it all wrong. I owed a ton of money the very first 2 years out of business. I was like, oh my gosh, I owe the IRS like 6 figures. It's crazy. And so Ebere really worked to help restructure my organization with my S Corp and my LLCs underneath it. In addition to some of the challenges of just budgeting for taxes, right? I thought I was in one tax bracket, realized I made a lot of money, was in a different one, but really had a plan in advance for all of that. Was huge and instrumental in having her help me. So I'm so thankful for her on that. And then also, some of the other challenges too were just being able to scale, which Ebere also, again, helped me with too, just figuring out who I wanted to hire in the business, finding the right team members, and really just building and being able to scale to being able to do multiple deals in a year.
Okay, well, that's great. And how did you first hear about Ebere?
How did I hear about it? Man, I'm trying to remember where I met Ebere. She was referred to me by somebody, and I'm blanking on who that was.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? I have to remember.
I mean, most people usually hear of her at RIAs. She speaks a lot at local RIAs and RIAs across the Eastern Coast as well. So that's possibly.
I think she spoke at an event that I happened to be at, and I was like, cool. So I gave her my stuff, and she has been instrumental in helping me in all those areas. Without question.
And why would you recommend her to anybody listening who needs help with their taxes, particularly if they are a real estate investor as well, because she does specialize in that? Why would you say use Ebere and not somebody else?
Yeah, just because she's so knowledgeable. So I contact her a lot. She's been helping me budget to quarterly, right? So being ahead of the game, not waiting till last minute. She helped me restructure to be able to budget quarterly. So by the end of the year, I already know I've already paid my taxes before even filing. So, I'm done December 31st versus where most people file in April and then trying to struggle to get on a payment plan. I've already been, knowing exactly what, dollar amounts need to go where. She was also great in terms of the scaling, right? So now as I'm hiring employees and independent contractors and building my business, helping to also structure taxes on, that growth with employees. In addition to just asset protection. So, finding the different deductions that I would have never even thought to come up with, in addition to, really helping me grow and utilize my retirement account to be able to, also leverage my wealth. So I've wholesaled in my IRA accounts. We bought properties, we put properties, I bought land, put land in a Roth, and I, own land so as well. So, just different deals structuring in the retirement account, which also came through the help of Ebere as well. She was very phenomenal with that.
Okay, that's great, and it's great to hear that you're diversifying your portfolio as well.
Absolutely.
Not putting all your eggs in one basket. Now, do you have any advice to people, to investors or people who want to invest? Any nuggets of wisdom you'd like to pass on?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that people should definitely start first I was first a private money lender, so I lent money to somebody and got in the game that way, and then, started to do more deals. And, deciding I could do my own and buying properties, renovating them, and reselling them. Getting involved by, I would give advice on definitely talking to Ebere, even if you're in the baby stages and you haven't done any type of planning and you're brand new. So talking to her about that, absolutely. All the way up to, just getting in the weeds, right? So just by doing, you have to get off the bench and start somewhere. So whether you're reading books or watching educational videos on how to, get into the space, and then, getting a mentor who is also in the real estate investing space to really show you the ropes of how to, really get involved in the business. So just getting off the bench and doing it, putting in offers, calling, talking to sellers, marketing your business, that's the way to really break into the space of investing.
Okay, that's great. So taking action, as always, is
absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks so much for sharing your story with us. But how I'd like to leave it is I know that you're very busy on a lot of different projects. Now, if anybody wants to invest maybe in one of your properties or work with you somehow, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can reach out to me. My number is really easy. It's 202-888-DEAL. Haha, I know, right, like a marketing tool, right? But yeah, so 202-888-3325 is my number. And if people wanted to get involved and looking to invest in longer term buy and hold, looking at, I have a 110 unit portfolio in West Virginia that I'm looking to potentially purchase. Looking for investors too who also want to buy into a long-term buy and hold portfolio. So on the multifamily space, and then also just fix and flip projects that people can also take a look at and shadow along the way. And it'd be great to talk to you.
Okay, well that's great. Thanks so much. So if you want to get into investments, you don't want to do it on your own. Maybe I know it can be quite scary. And you'd like to learn more about what Brittney's investing in, then the numbers on the screen, please do get in touch. And, maybe 2020 is the year that you invest in your first property or expand your portfolio. So I know that, Brittney, thank you so much. You're on the road. You're really busy, but I really do appreciate you taking some time to share with Ebere's clients and anybody else listening, because it really does help to keep encouraging you to keep on with your wealth building goals. So thanks again for joining us, Brittney.
Yeah, thanks again too. And if anybody has any questions about, just Ebere services, please tell them to reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about her. I can brag about her all day. She's
that's great.
She saved me a lot of money in my taxes. I think the first year was because I had somebody do them before her, and really just messed me up. And so she went back and amended my taxes and saved me about $20,000 in what I owed the IRS. And so her team has been on it. They answer questions frequently. But they've done my mom's with them, my whole family's with Ebere's office. And so, I cannot brag enough about her. She has a phenomenal team and is just so generous. So, please do reach out to me.
Okay, well, that 20 grand, that's nothing to be sniffed at. That's very, very impressive.
Yes.
Again, pretty typical for a lot of Ebere's clients. She really does know what she's doing, and she's got a top-notch team. So we do encourage you, as we said earlier in the call, to call and book a free consultation. What harm can it do? So, Brittney, I know you're busy, so I'm going to let you go. And thanks everybody again for joining us today. And enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.